Hi folks, welcome back to our channel where we give you all the tips and tricks for the best remodeling information and needs. I'm Joe Ferranti Gennaro.
And I'm Delina Novak.
And we're going to go over some topics about remodeling today. And tell me about your experience on the last time you did some remodeling.
So the last time we had a remodel job, we did our bathroom. And we just wanted to tile the shower. And in between that, in the middle of the job, they had found a leak. And nobody communicated with me about the leak. And they just added it on to the job, the payment of the job. And I never knew that was going on behind the scenes. No one came to me.
So you had some remodeling work being done, and there was additional work that was discovered that needed to be done.
Yes.
And nobody communicated to you about what was going on. You just at the end got a bill and said,
Correct.
This is what we found.
Yes.
Okay. So it's tough in remodeling to follow the same type of management that there is in new construction.
Mm-hmm.
In new construction, you use a superintendent model, which is you show up at a job site and you meet the subcontractors and you go over the scope of work that's to be done, and then you leave and you come back later and check on them. Mm-hmm. And that's fine in new construction, but in remodeling, that leaves a lot of communications with the homeowner, who's always on site usually or around, and they don't know what's going on. And that seems like that's what was happening with yours.
Yeah, I came home and half of the wall was missing. They took out half the wall. And I was like, why is the wall gone? They're like, oh, we found a leak. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not, no one told me you're removing the wall. So then they had to rebuild it. Now like, well, let's do it a different, if we had to take it out, I'd like to change it some. And so then nobody knew who. There wasn't anyone that I could actually talk to, and the contractor didn't know what was going on because he never came back to the house. He only came there,
every once in a while.
Yeah, so that got lost. Nobody knew who was supposed to bring the material, where, if I was supposed to get it, if they were supposed to get it. It was lost. It took a lot longer to complete the project.
Yeah, so that can happen when you use that superintendent model. Mm-hmm. So we use what we found to be the best system for modeling, which is a lead carpenter system. So that is one of, for our business, that's one of our employees. He's a carpenter, but he's also your superintendent. So he's assigned to your job. He stays on the job for the duration of the job. And when he's on the job, he's responsible for doing the carpentry work, but also running the job as if he was the superintendent.
Yeah, that would be nice to have.
Yeah, so that means communications. He's there to, a lot of things fall between the cracks, like dust protection, material handling, communication with the homeowner. All of those things just go into the wayside when you just have guys there. They just want to work. And when they run into something like your case where you had additional work that needed to be done, there was really nobody there in charge. It was this other person that was, off site. So having employees doing the work instead of subcontractors is really important in remodeling. Also having a lead carpenter there, the guy that's there in charge of the job working, and when something comes up, he would be immediately able to go to the homeowner and say, hey, this is what we found. Yeah. We would like to tear this out before we tear it out, because they really should get the permission from you, right?
Yes.
You also probably should get the price of that up front. Hey, this is what we found. I've contacted the office. We're going to have somebody come out, let you know what the cost would be. And then generally speaking, you would design up front, before you would go and pick out your materials. Exactly. And with our company, you would be making your selections up front. So you would go into a showroom and make your selections. And then it'll all be ordered so that communications.
So if the lead carpenter comes up like a leak like I had, he would know exactly how to communicate with everybody. How would he handle it?
Yeah, that's a great question.
How would he handle it?
He has a change order sheet.
Okay.
So if that came up for you, he would go, okay, I've got this problem. I need to communicate to the homeowner. So he would write up a change order of what needs to be done.
See, that would have been nice.
Yes. Yeah, that's what you would want is, okay, I have this written change order and it says scope of work, remove the tile, we found this leak. remove the tile in the shower, remove the shower floor, and then we would want him to put on there what tile was going to be used. Even if he didn't know, we should put in there like a blank, to be filled out later. And then communicate to the office, because most of our lead carpenters are probably not going to price a job like that.
Right, I was going to ask what they're expecting.
But they would write about what needs to be done, and then contact you and say, look, this is what needs to be done. If he doesn't know the price, then he would get with the office and let you know ahead of time before he tore everything out.
Right, okay. So it will delay the job a little bit.
It would delay the job a little bit,
Yeah.
well, particularly in that area. The rest of the job should keep moving forward. But so that's a experience I think a lot of people have, and there's usually not a system in place to handle that.
Right, no, I agree with you.
For any additional tips, go to our website, tampakitchenandbath.com. And also, please like this video.